Welcome back in Tech Learning, another video of our bird shooter game. And this is a one more part. And in this part, we are going to create one more core mechanism, that touch system, because we are going to play this game in Android. So we need to create some Android touch system, like we can control the screen rotation and we can make basically the fire input. The first thing, I did some little bit change, kind of like just add some more color and lights, and I simply add a plane more. Okay, and this is a non-collision, so our player or our actor we can go instead of that. Okay, now let's make basically a one more system that I want to give a random scale of my bird, kind of like let's search that random range, and this should be 1 2 3, I guess, and it will do the same thing for x, y, and z axis. So as a result, we find different types of chicken. Okay, like different shape of chicken, like this is a smaller one, maybe this is some more big. Okay, and this is also smaller, and yeah, this is quite some big more. Okay, so basically just get something like a big chicken or a small chicken. Okay, okay, this first system is done. Now let's make the third system. So first, for the making the third system, we need to go inside of our am and then blueprint and our first person character. Instead of that, we found basically the this control A and P. So we'll remove these two codes and we'll grab them and scroll, and now we'll be right here some code. So the first code will be basically the touch input, so we get our touch. So we are basically kind of like a PUBG style, but we use only the rotation one. So break vector, and once we break that, we need to create a custom event, and that custom event can call st up. You can call it anything, so you can use whatever we found it like a number 1251, and then we can add here a vector variable and make sure that is a vector 2d, so vector 2d. Okay, and then we'll simply set it to vector 2d, like that. Now once we have, compile and save. Now from that we'll be basically minus or subtract that, and we'll be create a more variable called second vector 2d, and then we'll also do the same thing, that vector 2d. Now what will we do, simply connect like this. Now we need to basically break that, so you can search break vector 2d and you find x and y. So from that you need to divide basically, and the percentage should be 5, I guess. It's enough is pretty full and enough smooth, so we can easily control. Now we need to simply connect the xy, and once we did, then we need to connect it with our custom event. Okay, and now at here we'll be search that our 2151, that function what you create. Now split that, and we'll be connect with the move and x and y, and you'll be grab our second 2 and set that and split that, and simply connect with the press and release, and from the move we'll do the same thing, release and connect with x and the y. Now as a compile and save, and I need to do one more stuff, that the mouse, you find that maybe in the all settings, I guess. Yep, let's search at the mouse, us mouse touch enable, make sure. Now if I click on play, as you can see, now with the mouse touch I can control this. Okay, now I need to create the fire system. So basically we need a simple a widget with a button, so we can basically use that. So in our UI section we already have the UI, so we need to just add a button, and we can add button like this. So it's totally depends on you where you give the fire input. So in my case I'm going to give it in the left side, and that should be gravity like this, and at here will be search that draw, and will be set it to image, so it will be look a perfect shape. And then as a draw section, what I search here, that br, so b, once you search b you find all the image section. Now we need some inputs, the icons. I already have lots of input icons, so I need to just pick up any of them. Okay, and simply split that, and then simply set that like this. Okay, now once we have this, we need to simply connect with our once we pressed, even you can use with on clicked, like whenever it's clicked or even it's pressed, doesn't matter, it should be spawn the bullet. Okay, so what will we do, it will be spawn bullet. So we'll get our ref and at here, and if you check the input section of this rifle, we know that the fire projectile is basically executing with a custom event, and that custom event basically have data, or we can call that from our BP. So what will we do is, if you go inside of our BP, there should be somewhere the data of this open BP function. Oh, it's basically calling the projectile. So we need this system reference. So what you can do, simply get all character from class, and we can get simply copy. Wow, it's really we can make, as you can see, there's a more zoom feature the key. Okay, so at here what we do is, okay, so at here we can write simply that our BP rifle, and oh, where is that BP rifle, what I'm doing, BP RIFLE rifle, and we can basically get a copy. So get a copy, and once we get a copy, we have basically that data. So what you can do from that, we can fire projectile custom event, we can call that, and simply connect. Even it will be do like this. So compile save, and if I show you right now, so we have the fire. So as you can see, it's working, but it's basically overlapping because for the click and release. So I'll simply remove the click, and if I connect with now the release, so this is pretty much working. And if I use the click, then it will be more great, like whenever I basically click on this button, it should be work. Okay, so like that. Okay, so it will be some harder for even player to control, but as you can see from PC, when I can do more good play. Okay, so as you can see, we have this. So also we need to give a aim icon if you want to display where is basically shooting. So if it's totally depends on you if you are want to give or not. So in my case, I'm giving, so I'm just simply add a simple a plus icon, so it will be enough for this one to understand that actually where is the basically the location. So here's the gravity, the anchor point basically, and simply connect like this, so it will be work. So as a result, as you can see, we have basically aim icon. So at that point, it's basically firing, so our user can easily understand that okay, at this time, this location, if I fire, so the bullet will be just go there. Okay, and the bullet is quite enough pretty, so it's basically go to type very fastly as possible. Okay, now at here on the point section, we'll do some more change up. Okay, like we can do some color correction. Even it's totally depends on you, and even you can change the size. Okay, so it will be look great. So let me give it that the down one, let me give it red, and the up one or the top one, let's give it to green color, so it will look great. And now, so for background, we can use a border, so like this, and let's grab the flag and make sure that is an alpha, so it will be look great. Now on our the first tags, where basically it's putting the value of kill, with that will be do a simple stuff that will be add append data. So what does the append data will be do, the append data will be attach one more tags with this, so we'll be give that kill. Okay, so we have the kill and points, and also let me give it space, so compile save. Now as a result, we found something like this, that point 2 and then kill 0. So if you can kill any of them, and even it's minus, so our point will be increased. And now if we can hit, will we get the kill. Okay, so I have to kill right now, very great. So this is now the endless. Also for restarting level, if you want to restart manually, you want to give the user to or you can restart. So for that, you can add one more button on the top side to restart the level, so like that. And let's give it that play again. Okay, so at the play again section, we'll be just simply change the color also, just simply make it some transparent, so it will be great. And the code is simple, on click it should be what open level by class reference, so it will be open our that specific level. So we need just give that the level data. What is the level name? Map. Okay, so if I click on play, so everything is ready. So if I click on play, even it will reset my level, and now I can play. Okay, so that is basically the core mechanism and all the stuff what we did. And next time we'll do the sound system, like whenever we hit with this chicken, the chicken should be do some sound effect. Okay, so it still depends on you if you want to make anything or not. So our basically tutorials main parts is done. Now we have some side task or side work. So once it's done, we'll publish that game in Google Play Store. So thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Bye. See you in the next tutorial video.